večer, moje ime je Gloria Sabo, moje predstav glumim Remu, Rema predstavlja državu Bosnu i Hercegovinu.
Dobro večer, ja sam Karmen Levar, večeras glumim Nadi, ona predstavlja Makedoniju.
Dobro večer, moje ime je Irina i večeras ću glumiti Radu. Rada predstavlja Crnu Goru.
Dobro večer, ja sam Rebeka, ja danas glumim Nežu, Neža predstavlja Sloveniju.
Dobro večer, ja sam Gala Nikolić, ovaj predstavnik glumim Lanu, Lana predstavlja Srbiju.
Welcome! Welcome, dear guests, to our household, which, albeit humble in many of the commodities to which you must be accustomed, still offers the comfort of a home. And, above all, the warmth of us, your hosts, who are only too glad to welcome you, sincerely and with an eager heart, and learn more about the faraway places and sophisticated cultures from which you arrive. But I must not go on. Surely you are in want of refreshment. Shall we to the dining room?
It's too long.
It's not too long.
Not too long maybe, but too wordy, too desperate. You sound too desperate.
I think we should invite them straight to the table. Feed them first and then do the talking. No one can feel welcome on an empty stomach.
We are not a roadside eatery serving goulash to truckers. They will come to see us, not to eat our food.
I disagree with some of the wording.
Here we go. Let her speak.
Thank you, Anna. You say, albeit humble in many commodities, which is morphologically incorrect. I would suggest lacking many of the commodities. Furthermore, you say the warmth of us, your hosts. And here I do not mean to be indecent, but it strikes me that after a long and strenuous journey, a gentleman guest might easily misinterpret these words.
Well, as long as you're around, Neža, we needn't worry about that.
Perhaps I was around...
Don't you dare start that same old fable again.
I'm telling you, straight to the table. Nothing to misinterpret in meat and potatoes. I may not speak French, but I assure you that linguistics is a meager medicine for an empty stomach.
Ladies, sisters, is this how we want to welcome them? With petty squabbling and pulling of the hair. Tina is right. We must show unity. We must show that we are home.
Then pray, where is Sister Rema to participate in our unity?
I'll go and look for her.
No, there's no need. Rema's always had a mind of her own.
She'll come around soon enough. She's just going through a phase. She's just going through a phase.
I will be in the kitchen. Call me when your feet are back on the ground.
I'll come with you. I'm sure Tina will appreciate a nice French meal.
Why not let Sister Rada order food like she usually does?
Come along.
Well, that went well.
Neža, you must stop this senseless bickering. bickering with Rada. It stifles progress.
I merely point out inconsistencies. I feel it is for the better. However, I cannot influence the way people react to my observations and suggestions.
Tact is the art of making a point without making an enemy. Isaac Newton said that.
Yes, well, Isaac Newton did not have Rada for a sister.
It really would not kill you to concede from time to time, Neja.
I have no reservations about conceding if I am proven wrong, but I will not sweep a tidy floor, sister.
Unity, sisters! No wonder we can't get anything accomplished when every conversation turns into an arm wrestling competition. Neja, Tina is right. You must show a little more tact. We may all be different, but we're still a family.
A fine family indeed. Need I remind you that one cannot choose the family one will be born into? One can choose a husband, but not a sister.
One can divorce a husband, but not a sister. You cannot reverse birth.
I may not reverse birth, sister, but at least I don't have to emphasize it. Now, if you will excuse me, I will go sweep the courtyard.
You can't sweep the leaves fast enough in these backwaters. There are 10 oak trees per every person. I'll be upstairs.
Rustle, rustle, fallen leaves. Hustle to the side of the track. I can hear his boots. The brown leather glistens. Bonjour. I'm glad you're back. One can choose a husband, she says. And choose a husband I will.
And he's gotta be fast, and he's gotta be strong, and he's gotta be fresh from the fight. You need a husband.
Hi, Rayma.
I didn't mean to ruin your reverie. Je suis désolée, ma chère.
Somehow I doubt that.
How did your speech go?
The speech went wonderfully. It was the feedback that ruined the day.
Was anything morphologically incorrect?
One or two things, yes.
Synopsis. That husband of yours is probably stepping off his horse as we speak.
You know, mock me all you like, Rayma. But they will come, and they will marry us, and they will whisk us away from here.
I'm not the type to get hitched.
No one is until the right one comes along.
Do you remember what Father used to say about me?
Well, I remember.
He would say,
Rayma, you're the son I never had.
yes. And sons have a hard time finding husbands.
Things were different while he was alive.
Why remember it?
Because I want to. Because it paints this room a different shade of fall.
This room was both bigger and warmer while he was alive. Big enough for 7 of us. Warm enough for all.
How people saw Father out. You remember them? There was always someone at the door.
They were big, beaming faces, full of gifts, full of tales, full of meaningful words imbued with clandestine intentions.
Above us, the intentions were above us. We only saw the beaming faces, the toys, the animals.
It was all different back then.
We were different back then.
Oh, Mr. Srema, you're back.
I was never away, Sessa.
It's nice to see Mr. Srema back, isn't it, Sessa?
Very nice to see her back.
I was never away, Keke.
And how happy Mr. Stina must be now that her sister is back.
It is not Thursday. Why are you here?
Mr. Stina never had much patience for us, did she, Sessa?
Mr. Stina has better things to do, Keke.
But she likes her toilets clean and her wood chopped.
That will do, Keke. We don't want to anger Sister Tina. She has a lot on her mind.
Oh, Keke craves forgiveness.
You are still around because my father had an inexplicable softness around you two. And we do not wish to contravene his predilections. You will be well advised, however, not to test our sentimentality. It is not Thursday. Why are you here?
We apologize. Again, one more time. We did not mean to intrude.
Did not mean to intrude.
We just thought the mistresses might be pleased to hear
That it would please the mistresses to hear.
what we have learned from our nephew Iki, who got back from abroad last night.
We have a nephew called Iki. He was abroad.
Until last night.
We remember your nephew Iki. You have told us of him. What has he to report?
That is a very good question, Mr. Srema.
Very, very good.
Very, very good.
Mr. Srada.
Why the brum up your bum, you two? It's not the Spanish Inquisition you're facing.
If we only had the broom to straighten our old backs.
Mr. Srada, we have some exciting news for you.
So I hear. Nephew Iki brought them from abroad.
Where he was, yes.
Until last night.
For the love of God, will you please just tell us what the news is?
Out with it, Sessa. Tina has had a rough day and needs to be cheered up a touch.
The borders.
There are borders, we know.
The borders. They have opened up the borders.
Rema, that's great news.
It's good news, yes.
Rustle, rustle, fallen leaves.
I'm sorry, what was that, Tina?
Oh, it was nothing. Lana should hear about this. I'll go and fetch her.
Sessa and Keke bring good news, no?
Yes, wonderful news. You are dear and trusted family friends.
You're practically family.
Ah, thank you, Mr. Strata.
Oh, of course. Are you hungry?
Oh, Keke can always eat.
The man is impossible. I cook and he's still always hungry.
Great, because I'm starving too. Let's go to the kitchen and grab a bite to eat.
Shall we? To the dining room? Never mind.
On Thursday, I will bring in a fresh turkey. I fed them corn all year and they are very, very meaty.
Sounds delicious.
Miss Knighton? Oh, God, yes?
Miss Titan.
Yes, I am. How can I help?
She has a letter from the West.
Who does?
She does.
And you are?
From the West, yes.
And who is this letter from?
It's from the West. She must go. What is that?
It's a letter.
I surmise as much, but what does it say?
In Hamlet, there's a part where Polonius walks in on Hamlet reading a book. And when Polonius asks him what he was reading, Hamlet says, words, words, words. So there, that is also what this letter says.
What is with you today? Are you feeling all right?
I can only say that this letter, when they see it, will greatly elate Sisters Dina and Lana. I think, moreover, they will be beside themselves with excitement.
Neja, what does the letter say?
Oh, if you can't help being quite so inquisitive, I suggest read it for yourself. Here, I won't even finish it if you must be so bumptious all the time.
But Neja, I hardly...
Just enjoy your infernal read.
Because if it's true, the impact would be immediate. We really must stay vigilant and conduct the basic preparations.
But how do we prepare? Should I rewrite my speech?
No, we need a fair bit more than that. We need to tangibly change things around here. We need to change ourselves as well. Hey, Nadi, they've opened up the borders.
I know.
We'll have to tighten ourselves up a bit, make ourselves more presentable, more civil.
I'm plenty civil, sister.
Tina, those dresses your mother left you, you will have to share them with the sisters.
Not my late mother's dresses.
Now, sister, we're entering a new age. We must think of the family.
Well, thinking of the family is all fine and well, but I need those dresses. I need to show my husband that I come with class, that I come with opulence.
Well, you better whip out your class and opulence soon. It looks like we can expect our first visitors as early as tomorrow.
Who is that letter from?
It's from a group of foreign investors. They say that they're very interested in visiting the household and seeing if there's room for strategic partnerships.
For strategic partnerships.
And they say that they're going to be here tomorrow.
Well, they say that they're very eager and that they will try to appear at the earliest convenience, starting with 19th, which is tomorrow.
It's my name day tomorrow. Now I'll go.
How did you know where Rema is?
Yeah, she went for a walk in the backyard.
Can you please go and get her? I would like to pick her brain a bit, see how she breathes regarding this.
Okay. Tina, so, what about those dresses, or just a dress?
I'll talk to her about it. A penny for your thoughts, Tina?
Oh, can you believe it? I can hardly believe it myself. Oh, first of all, the border's opening, and then on my name day, foreign investors coming in. Foreign investors. Oh. Moneyed men in well-cut suits. Traveled, and knowledgeable, and gentle, yet shrewd. Here, tomorrow, on my name day. Who would have dared presume that destiny should write such a story for me?
Not just for you, for the family.
Yes, for the family.
Tina, I know that you feel apt for new alliances, but you must understand that no one will ever treat you like family does.
I'm rather hoping that will be the case.
What I'm trying to say is, it's a big world out there. Too big to jettison sisters along the way, trust me.
Oh, it's not you that I don't trust. Look, if it were just you and I in this household, I'd be happy to stay put and take on the world. But there is simply too many of us.
Which is exactly what I see as our biggest strength. Sure, we may all be different. We're all of different mothers born. So okay, Nadia will never recite Baudelaire. But how many poets does a household need? How many cooks? How many accountants? We've got one of each here in this little household. Now, it's just a matter of managing it cleverly.
And I suppose management is what you do best.
I and you. And Rema.
And Grandma, what? Nadia says you wanted us here.
Where is Nadia now?
She stayed up in the kitchen to cut up some carrots. She said she'd be right in with the snacks.
Rema, what are your plans for when the investors come?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it much.
But they could be here as early as tomorrow.
They will be here tomorrow. I can
Well-
sense it.
Oh, I guess we'll welcome them, meet them, see what they want and where we can help them out. Maybe they're nice.
Rema, Tina and I were just talking about the prospects of our family. I was telling her, just as I'm telling you right now, that this little household of ours has it all covered. Just like it did when Father was around.
Father is no longer around. He is dead and long since buried.
Which is no reason not to continue his legacy. Tina here believes we should all go our separate ways if the right offer comes along.
The right offer will come along. Look, these people are foreign investors. Foreign investors, you don't get to be a foreign investor unless all your T's are crossed and all your I's dotted. They are professional. They are not here to mess about. My only fear is that they will look at us, see the dysfunctional mess before them, and realize that we are not worth their investment.
Oh please, they'll pluck us off like unsuspecting chickens that were too busy cackling at each other. What do you think they want? A piano concert, an aged Bordeaux. They got that all at home. Now they're just after fresh meat.
Tina, I fear that Mana is right. You saw what happened to Rada.
What happened to Rada is Rada's business and no one else's. I wish your gossipy brains were crafty enough to process this simple fact.
It was not a personal assault, sister. Merely an example.
Are you talking about the letter?
We were, yes. But it really seems like there's precious little left to say. Now, I mean, if the sisters here think of themselves as fresh meat, then any further argumentation is indubitably superfluous.
Sister Tina, I tried to warn you the nice way, not to turn your back on the family. No one will ever love you as unconditionally as family does. But if you betrayed that trust, there is no turning back and changing your mind. Your family stands here. Think twice before you walk away.
In everyone's life, there comes a time to doff the family you were born into. Start a new one. Ladies.
Well, there you have it! That is what ungratefulness looks like. You know as well as I that I have always tried to be understanding, tolerate her whims and fancies, give her a sense of being admired she was always craving. And she betrayed that! Things will look very different for Sister Tina from now on.
I'm struggling with a furious headache. It crept upon me somehow, and now it pounds in my skull. And I think I better go and have a lie down.
Yes. Of course.
You're not going after Tina, are you?
Tina has enough to pound her by herself. And I'm not in the mood for socializing.
Go. Have a lay down. Get rid of the headache.
I sure hope it will do the trick. I wanted to clean the floor before tomorrow, and in this state, I can't even think about it.
I'm sure Neja is already on it.
Yes. Perhaps, but... Even so, ladies,
Rema, you saw what Tina did. Tomorrow she'll try to push herself onto the investors independently, reeking of stale perfume and desperation.
Yeah. I wonder how many tires must fall off until a car can no longer go.
We're a truck. We have tires and power to spare.
Just think how Father would look upon Tina's desertion.
What is father to you, Lana? A handful of jeans or the ace of trump?
You know as well as I that I have loved Father as dearly as any of us.
You did, yeah. You did. I'll go in my room and look through the window. There is much to learn from the branches in the wind.
What about you?
What about me?
Will you likewise fling yourself at the feet of these investors, scrounging for sunshine-flavored breadcrumbs?
What have I to offer to these men?
You're attractive.
Don't I know it all too well?
Well, at least there's you and I, sister.
What do you think Rema will do?
Rema might stay. Rema might leave. Rema might spin around in endless circles looking for an exit that does not exist.
I think she'll stay.
Do you want her to stay?
Parts of her, I suppose.
People don't come in parts. You think you're just giving up a part, but the rest seeps through the cracks or the keyhole, and before you know it, all of you is gone.
Nada, you are a beautiful young woman. Stick to me and we're going places. There are still lanes we can explore and get the best out of this situation.
Lead the way.
Come on in. It's not that bad. No?
She doesn't like it.
Why not? It's much nicer than your place was when we first arrived. How quickly they forget. I wonder where the others are. I wonder where our hostesses are. Did we bring any food?
She will take out some salami from her luggage.
Salami. Good. Good. Just the ticket, eh? Salami is just the ticket. Do you think they'll be printed?
She doesn't know.
Everyone tells me they're very pretty. Jürgen tells me they're off the charts. Showstoppers.
Was she a showstopper?
You were very attractive. Very attractive.
Did Jürgen call her very attractive?
You know Jürgen. No sense of humor on that man. None. Do you want some salami?
She's not hungry.
As you wish.
What is this? They have all had it served to your favorite dish. This must be the famous Titan hospitality.
Jürgen. It does not like you to be late.
Who says I'm late? You are early. It must be because you knew they would serve you salami.
Actually, this one is from my private stash. The sisters I have not yet seen. I thought they might be more eager to see us.
Oh, I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are, no? Everything takes time. Right, Janka?
Yes, everything takes time.
You see? Janka is a smart girl. She knows everything takes time.
Where is Eska?
She's waiting outside.
Isn't it a bit chilly?
She's used to worse.
Who else is coming?
Agapios.
Agi. No way.
Wait. Agapios needs to see a bit of action again. It will do him good.
Good old Agi. It'll be fun to see him again.
Yes, Agapios is fun. I'll get Eska, shall I?
Please do.
Eska!
Eska. My oh my, Jürgen. You have really made a prima donna out of her.
Did you hear that, Eska? What do you say?
Signora Francesco is very kind to her. She thanks you.
Of course, of course. I cannot help but observe. A true stunner. And we all remember where you were when we first met you.
Well, Janka doesn't. She wasn't there.
You're right. She wasn't there.
You're right, she wasn't there.
Are these they? I don't know. Who are the girls? I don't know.
The world-famous Titan sisters. We were beginning to think that you were just a myth.
But we see now that you were well worth waiting for. Please, won't you join us at the table?
And you are?
Oh, we forget our manners. My very gracious hostesses, I present to you Signora Francesco, the formal representative of Italian vested interests.
Piacere. And you will doubtless be delighted to meet Herr Jürgen, who represents very powerful and influential financial conglomerates from Germany.
And Austria?
And of course, Austria.
My ladies, it is a true pleasure to make your acquaintance. I must say, however, that I have been expecting, perhaps erroneously, more than just two sisters.
Herr Jürgen, you were not mistaken. There are indeed 6 of us.
6! What a family!
Our father was a very productive man.
We have heard many stories of your father in my country. A very unique man.
Ah, Il Vecchio Titone, a legend.
We thank you. It is always nice to hear that his deeds were appreciated outside the family.
Who are your lady friends?
They are our traveling companions. They help us with all the logistics.
What would we do without them? Jürgen.
Yes.
Over there is Miss Eska, who has accompanied Herr Jürgen.
And also meet Miss Janka to your right.
It's a pleasure to meet you both. My name is Nadia, and this here is my sister Rada.
How magnificent it is to make your acquaintance after all these years. And allow me to say, the beauty of this house, really.
Sister Nadi, our distinguished guests have arrived and you did not let me know. I must say I had not expected such impudence from you.
Good morning, Fräulein. You must excuse your sisters. They have only just arrived.
Meine liebe Herr, you are very kind, but basic etiquette and discipline must be observed. The rules are the very fiber of society.
I could not agree with you more, Miss.
Neja, at your disposal. Sister Nadi, have you not even offered our guests some refreshments?
Oh, yes. How forgetful I get sometimes. Surely the gentleman will not say no to some domestic wine?
Domestic or imported, who am I to say no?
I'll be back in a jiffy.
Miss Rada, will you not join me for a bite or two of this very singular salami?
Oh, well, I think I will refuse the temptation of salami, but I will be glad to join you.
Please.
Tell me, my dear, how did you know that I was German?
Kind sir, There is a certain orderliness about your disposition that is just unmistakably Prussian. A veritable gentleman, you see, is always easy to discern.
Huh. But only if one is looking for a veritable gentleman.
You make a girl blush after such a brief conversation. But I ask you, sir, who does not wish to see in the land of the blind?
Philosophy is dangerous, but I do see what you mean. I do not mean to be presumptuous, but would you mind giving me a tour of the house?
Nothing would please me more, but you must not expect the commodities to which you must be accustomed.
If you are one of the mistresses, then I am sure the household is impeccably kept.
One of the mistresses, that's where the problem lies. The further you go, the more dust you have to sweep.
I feel safe in your hands, Fräulein.
Herr Jürgen, you must not pay me quite so many compliments.
As you say.
So, you can fully understand, Miss Rada, why I am very excited about the near future. The prospects look magnificent.
Well, they certainly sound very promising.
Sister Rada, will you not even introduce me to our esteemed guest?
Oh, well, of course. Tina, this is Eska and Janka, was it not?
How do you do, both of you? And the gentleman?
But of course, Miss Tina, I am delighted to meet you. My name is Francesco.
Oh, Francesco, are you French?
No. Actually, I am Italian.
No, of course, that's what I meant. Francesco, you will excuse me, got me somewhat confused.
It is not worth a mention.
Sister Tina, how come you're wearing your best dress this morning? Is there a special occasion?
Oh, this? Just the first thing I saw when I opened the closet.
Well, it's absolutely fantastic. Sublime. In Italy, we very much appreciate the fashion, but you would put any Italian lady to shame.
Oh, Signore Francesco, you're too kind.
Not at all. In fact, I was just telling your sister Ada about some very exciting international opportunities that are being developed as we speak.
The door was slightly opened. I did not feel the need to knock.
Maxim.
Hello, Rada. I see that you have become a woman.
Maxim, I knew I'd see you again. I didn't know when.
I don't believe we've met, so...
No, we haven't.
Miss Tina, this gentleman here is a very good friend of mine. Mr. Maxim from Moscow.
A very good friend, Francesco?
Where are your bags, Max?
In the jeep. I do not intend to stay very long.
Maxim, I'm sorry. Do you know Miss Rada from before?
I do, Francesco. Very good friend. And do you know the other sister from before?
Oh, well, no. Regrettably, I have not had the chance. The borders were closed.
I wonder why.
Miss Tina, I am sure that colleague Maxim and Miss Rada have a lot to catch up on. As I started to mention before, there are some really interesting projects happening that I feel you would be perfect for. Perhaps I can tell you more about it in the pagoda.
Oh, we do not have a pagoda, Signore. But how about my quarters? I'm sure you will find them cozy and, most importantly, free of disturbance.
I have no objection, of course. Miss Rada, colleague, Maxim, you will excuse us.
Yes, we will excuse you. This sister of yours, a little lost, isn't she?
Well, I fear, or is that I feel that we're all a little lost right now.
Being lost is a matter of perception.
Will this statement lead to one of your moral stories set in pastoral Russia?
I thought you had liked my stories.
I did. I very clearly did.
Well then, 2 sheep don't return to the ranch by nightfall. The first one decided that she is lost. She panics and starts to wander around in search of rescue. She enters a forest and gets eaten by a wolf.
Is this story about you and me?
It will be. The other one determines that she is not lost. She just doesn't know where she is. So, she stays put until it dawns, and then she sees that she's actually free, just outside ranch.
And what does she do with her newly found freedom?
What else? She meets a nice ram who takes care of her.
Takes care of her and how many other sheep?
I hate being late for my own parties.
You see, it's a big ranch here.
Oh, where are the others? Did I take so long? I only freshened up my makeup a second.
Don't fret, Nadi. Herr Jürgen is being shown around by Neja, and Mr. Francesco is having a confidential meeting with Tina in the pagoda that we do not have.
But I brought the wine they asked for.
I'm sure that gentlemen have more important things on their mind right now than wine. I'm Maxim.
Nadi, nice to meet you.
Oh, are you Rada's Maxim?
I'm Maxim.
Rema and Rema.
Well, Mr. Maxim, I always knew there must have been quite a force to have shifted my sister Rada. And I see now that I may have even underestimated it.
Would you like a glass of wine? We'll make it ourselves.
Perhaps a bit later, but if there is a bottle of domestic spirit open, I would not refuse a glass to toast with.
We make spirits too, but what do you want to toast to?
The potential of not getting eaten by wolf.
I'm not sure that I follow.
But I'm sure that you could follow. In fact, I'm sure that you could lead.
Sisters, excuse me just for a second. Maxim. May I call you Maxim?
You can call me Max if you please.
Max. When you say that I could lead, what exactly do you have in mind?
I know who you are. I know what you are capable of. With my support, you could lead a team of your sisters, and perhaps even wider.
And I have your word as a gentleman for this.
Contracts are for those who look for ways to break them. You have my word.
Thank you, Max. That is all I needed to hear.
Well then, I'll better be getting my bags. It seems I may have to stay for a short while. only uncle. My uncle.
What was all that about?
Maxim is a strong solution. We want him present. We want him in the game.
But what about the gentlemen from Germany and Italy? What will they say about it?
Some gentlemen. Gentlemen don't go after needy girls.
Listen, I'm not sharing anything with those illusion trollops. If they want to hand up on a chain, then that's their choice. Rada and I have a different future in mind.
And that's it? You have a different future in mind and you just leave. You just walk away.
What exactly are we leaving?
You're leaving the family. You're leaving the household.
The family. What? You and Adi. This house.
Memories. Everything. Everything we have built over the years.
Rema, memories aren't bricks. You can't build anything out of them. Timing is everything in life. Last ships are leaving our godforsaken little harbor, and Rada and I will board a good one. We will be officers, not floor-scrubbing mariners working for a swig of gin. It is time for you to face the facts. Soon, there will be nothing left to catch on to.
Rama, what are we going to do?
They're gone, aren't they? They're packing up their stuff, dreaming their dreams. Leaving us. Leaving this behind. Like an unworn skirt in the back of the closet.
What are you going to do?
Part of me wants me to go after Tina and Neja. Another part wants me to go with Lana and Rada. They're my family. I want to stay with my family.
He took away my little brothers and sisters. They work for him somewhere. I never see them anymore.
There were moments when I thought I would go mad.
I have this stuff now. And my brothers and sisters, I'm sure, have stuff too.
I used to do the sewing for him. Had a big pair of sewing scissors.
We're not in want of stuff. We have all this stuff.
And sometimes I would grab my scissors and start toward his bedroom. I'm sure others felt the same way.
He gives me all this stuff. And he says there will be more stuff if I stay in my place.
And I would get to right in front of his door, or very close at least. I would stand there with my scissors, thinking of him.
Sometimes he gives me money too. It's never much, but I'm grateful for it nonetheless.
And then I'd turn around and walk back into my bedroom, and I'd replace the scissors in my sewing basket. And I'd lie in bed, thinking of him.
I go out in the city and I spend the money he gives me on stuff. I buy myself stuff.
In bed, I would think of my scissors tearing his flesh open. Then I think of making love to him, penetrating his wound with my fingers, kissing his neck, and hearing him grunt in both pleasure and pain.
When I come home, I see that the stuff I buy is just like the stuff he gives me. It's practically the same.
I'm so glad I left his service, and yet I badly wish I hadn't.
So sometimes I stand in front of all that stuff and I try to figure it out. I try to grasp the meaning of it all.
And the older I get, the less I feel that there was ever really a chance for me to take a turn.
But I never got to the meaning. It's just that I'm so busy. He likes to keep me busy.
And the less I feel that there will ever be a chance for me to take a turn.
Hello? You must be Titan sisters. I'm Agapios. I'm late. So sorry. You're not the Titan sisters. Hello, Yanka. Hi, Aska. Is everything alright?
She's very well, thank you. She just got a little distracted.
She too is very well. They're enjoying the hospitality of the Titan sisters.
Oh, I see. Well, got a bit confused there. You see, Jürgen had told me there will be 4 sisters, so naturally walking in, I assumed that you were...
There is a total of 6 sisters, Mr. Gaddis.
No. No one knows how many sisters there really are anymore.
Well, right. But you are Titan sisters.
What brings you our way, Mr. Agapios?
Your way? Well, you see, I was always interested, you know. So close, but not quite knowing you, so when Jürgen had called me, I said I'd be delighted, and here I am.
So let me get this straight. You're invited by a colleague that had previously invited himself.
Well, no. I mean, all right, yes, but not entirely. You see, I've always wanted to come here.
So why didn't you?
Well, no one ever invited me.
Until Jürgen did just now.
Look, I feel we've got off on the wrong foot.
We didn't get off at all, Mr. Agapios. Nadi, I need some time alone. I'll be in my room. Do you two want to come with me? Take the weight off your feet?
She really must not.
You're very kind, but she too belongs here.
What is it, Eska? Are you afraid of losing stuff if you move?
What stuff? What stuff?
Would you like a glass of wine? We make it ourselves.
No. I mean, do you know where Jürgen went?
Jürgen is being attended by Sister Tina, and Chesko is being shown around by Sister Nasia.
Chesko is here too. Oh, well, this is just tomatoes. Yes, I'll have some of that wine. Yes. You make it here, you say?
Yes.
It is because I feel we have this obligation to help, but they always just exploit it. Agapios,
Jürgen, how are you?
you missed a button.
Yes, looks like I've missed one of them, yes. Here, let me just...
Eska, help the man. Miss Nali, I see that you have been kind enough to offer some wine to my friend Agapios.
Yes, would you like?
No, I shall serve him some of mine, sister.
Another time, perhaps. Agapios?
Yes.
What do you think of Miss Nali's wine?
Oh, good wine, miss.
So you love it? Good. Stay here and have some more. I must show Ignatius a new clothes plant. Eska, go fetch it for me, be so kind.
She will be glad to be of use.
Janka, Francesco won't be needing you right now, I'm sure of that. So you might as well go and unpack her stuff, so you don't just stand about.
She apologizes. She will get treated immediately.
I see now what you meant when you said you have to think of everything yourself.
You help them, you feed them, you clothe them, and what do you get in return? What?
You need a punctilious, industrious woman. One that will not be extra work.
Come with me. I would like to show you the new clothes plan for the next 7 years.
Do you mind if I smoke?
I'd rather if you didn't.
It's just that I hate it when he acts like he runs the whole world.
Well, does he run your world?
He would love that. I'm sure he would love that.
And what would you love?
Listen, you seem like a nice girl. You'll understand. What good is it all? Money, the power, the influence. If you don't know how to relax, if you don't know how to take it easy, do you see what I mean?
Yes, I think.
You come into these positions, you wish the best for yourself. You wish to have friends. You come into these goddamn positions, you know?
I know.
I mean, the fuck does he care if I miss the button, right?
That's how it should be.
Yeah, you're a nice girl. I knew you'd be a nice girl. No, I'm not kidding, really. The moment I walked in and I saw you, I knew you'd be a nice girl. You see, I have a hunch for people.
Thank you. You seem like a nice guy too. You're honest.
Honest. Where can I smoke?
Come, let's take a walk in the garden. It's nice there, it's relaxing.
Mr. Stefan, are you up yet? Mr. Strada?
They used to be such early risers. Now they like to sleep in.
They are women now, no longer little girls.
Neja would hop on my tractor at 6:30 in the morning and demand to go plowing with me. Demand.
That was 15 years ago, Keke. Give it a rest. Mr. Slana, rise and shine, ladies.
What is this? Who are you? What is your business here?
Hello, we did not mean to intrude.
Did not mean to intrude.
We are old friends and trusted servants of the family.
Have been for many, many years.
What are your names?
Cesar and Keke.
Keke and Cesa. Cesa and Keke.
I've never heard of you. What is your business? What's in that sack?
Oh, hey, this is a nice and meaty turkey we promised to bring to the girls.
Got good weight to it. This one does.
I've heard you say. Where are the papers?
The potatoes?
We can bring the potatoes too.
The papers. The import certificates.
What for, sir?
Well, surely you don't expect you can just bring a dead bird and place it on the market. Think of the consumers.
No. You don't understand. This is our bird. One of our own.
We kept it. It's a gift for the sisters.
A gift. Want to avoid paying the taxes, do you?
No. You don't understand. This is a good turkey. put meat on its bone.
Listen to me, you two. You cannot make another step with that bird without the ISO and the OMIC certificates. Do you have the certificates on you?
No, we have no certificates.
Didn't think so. German and Austrian birds do. If you like, you can go into the business of importing those.
But we're not business people. We're simple folk. Keke and I.
We bred this bird just down the road. You can see the others if you like.
I really have more important items on my agenda.
For the love of God, Jürgen, just tell them to get lost.
No, no. We must be fair to all third parties. But they must observe the general directives and regulations, which they can find online. Otherwise, they will have to be held responsible.
Their bird stinks to high heaven.
No. This is a good bird.
I really wasted enough of my time.
What should we do with this bird then?
Eat it. Bury it. Make a pillow out of it. Just don't bring it around here no more, okay? You can't import stuff without certificate. Capisci?
No. This is a good bird.
Jesus Christ. You people just don't get it. You are not allowed to produce stuff that you can buy from us.
Not too far, Francesco.
Okay. You want to make stuff? Make better beds. Broke my back in the shitty one I slept in last night.
You want us to become bed makers?
Let's go, Keke.
We're farmers. We never made beds before.
Not my problem, is it?
Let's go, Keke.
We will be partly funding occupational retraining programs if you do want to become bed makers. You can apply online.
What is this online? Where is that place?
Please just go, Keke.
The bird says so. We brought our girls the bird.
We'll take it home and cook it. Then the girls can come and eat it with us there. Just like the old times, eh?
I'm home, but I'm not a fool.
Not a fool, he says. And the Pope's not a Catholic.
How much did you have to drink last night?
I'm fine. I can take my liquor.
Perhaps, but I'm not sure if the company will tolerate it. And speaking of representing the company, Agapios, what happened to your uniform?
Oh, it got stained with wine last night, so I thought I'd better give it to my girl Nadi to scrub it and iron it.
Aggie, your dog. Already?
Yeah, I don't even know how it all happened.
So I take it your project with Miss Nadi was successful?
Successful. Now there's a word for you. Turns out we have a lot in common, okay? And if you don't mind, Jürgen, I would like it if you called her Agapios' girlfriend Nadi from now on.
I do respect your wish, but isn't that a bit impractical?
How about AG, Nadi? It's short. It's cool.
Okay, whatever. She's weird anyway.
You just said you two have a lot in common.
It's so weird. Very weird.
How was your project, Francesco?
A small macchiato. Didn't even have to sweeten it.
Yes. Miss Tina unmistakably seemed eager to join in the company. Well done, Francesco.
Well, Neja didn't exactly look like Excalibur either. I trust she is on board too?
Yes, quite. She will be of use to us, I'm sure.
And what about the others?
The others?
Yes, I was late, so I only met Nadi and the snappy one. Aren't there two more?
You're referring no doubt to Miss Lana and Miss Rada. Aren't you, Agapios?
Herr Maxim, it is nice to see you again.
Jürgen? How's the cut?
The hunt? The project, you mean?
No. I mean the hunt. But I will say the project if it makes you happy.
Well, we have attracted certain sisters with our programs.
I saw you dash off with the overdone one last night.
Yes, Miss Tina is a very unique woman. She brings some wonderful assets into the equation.
Good assets, yes. But on the other hand, very high maintenance. Good luck with that one.
Our company is ready for all types of personnel.
Yeah, right. Have you approached Rema then?
We thought, as a sign of good relations, we'd let you approach her first if you like.
I'm not ready for all types of personnel, and I'm not afraid to say it. Agapios, which sister did you attract to join the company that you love so dearly?
Tell him, Chesko.
A.G. Nadi.
Nadi. And what is this AG for?
It stands for...
Never mind what it stands for. She's my girl now, whether she likes it or not.
I'm sure you two will be very happy together.
Miss A.G. Nadi will prove to be a valuable resource to the company with time.
You must see more than I do, Jürgen.
We'll be fine. She knows her place.
And if she forgets?
Then I'll show it to her.
Like Jürgen show it to you. When Man and Rana come down, please tell them I'll be back to collect them. Might as well take a swim while I'm here.
We will pass on the message.
Okay. So, now what?
Nothing. Business as usual. Proceed with asset evacuation.
Okay. Tina has some really nice dresses. I'll start with those and then see about the savings.
That sounds reasonable. I will start with Neja's savings. I think that there is good material there, and more importantly, I feel that there will be little to no resistance.
Yes. No resistance. What about you, Aggie? What will you drag out?
Stuff. Tomatoes. And watermelons. I'm fine. I have a plan. It's all clearly marked. It's all in my head. Don't worry about the thing. Okay? So,
Aggie, listen.
Okay. That is okay, Francesco. Agapios says he has a plan. And he probably needs a minute or two to go over it. Meanwhile, we have lots to do. Let's go.
Agapios, what are you doing?
what is this? Why haven't you changed?
Why? Change into what?
You're my girl now. You can't look like a hobo.
I didn't know I looked like...
And then what did you think you look like, huh? Queen of England?
I'm at
What
home.
is this dress, huh? This is not fancy.
I'm at home. There's work to do. Why should I dress up all of a sudden?
Because you're my girl now. Okay? You represent me. People will look at you and think I'm a loser.
I don't understand. How am I your girl? What does this even mean?
Damn it, woman. Ain't you naughty? What do you think that stands for? Agapios' girlfriend, Nadi. Everyone knows it. You're mine now.
Why?
You're naive, girl. You don't know this world as well as I do. I'm trying to help you, damn it. Help you.
How do you help me?
You can't be alone. They'll trample you. They'll squash you like a tomato.
Who will? You're frightening me.
They will. They will. Jurgen, Max, Bill, or goddamn freaking Wang. They're big players. Big. You don't know what they can do. You don't know how little we mean to them. And what are you, huh? Who are you? You're nothing. You are nothing without me.
Agapios, please.
What's going on here?
Nothing. Everything. I'm taking this freaking lamp.
Why are you taking the lamp?
Because I can. Because I need something and it's mine.
The lamp belongs to the family.
Oh, who's your family? Who's your goddamn family
Just
now?
take the lamp, please.
Then straight I'll take the lamp.
What the hell happened to him?
I don't know. It's awful. He's beside himself.
Did he drink much last night?
No, not much. And now he says I'm his girl and how he protect me and how I'm nothing without him.
What happened last night?
Nothing. We walked and we talked and we held hands and I thought he was nice.
Where's the lamp?
Agapios took it.
Why?
I guess he needed something to suit him.
To soothe him. Like a pacifier. Oh, Nadi, will there be enough room in the mouse hole?
I have to go change.
That was a little bit harsh, wasn't it, sister?
Nadi is partnering up with a petty lamp snatcher, sister. What should I do? Congratulate her. She had a chance to go live in a penthouse. Instead, she chose a moldy basement.
Well, why did she even have to choose in the first place? Or I, or any of us? Why couldn't we stay the way we have lived for years?
Ask your sisters, Tina and Neisha. Ask yourself. I surely didn't want us to drift apart.
Lana, the great politician, always declaratively innocent while imposing her own interests.
You silly little thing. Life is a river, not a lake. Sometimes the water moves faster, and you have to make sure you don't hit a rock. I do that well. If that's what you call imposing my interest, then so be it. But I owe no apologies to those who choose different ways and ended up broken or bottomed out.
You know, I'm too afraid to even try to fathom what family meant to you all these years.
I am too practical to lose time with your philosophies. This is the time to act.
No! No, please, not that one too.
Don't be difficult. I explained why they have to go.
I know! I know. But even the yellow one is special. It's very special.
Here, your sisters. You probably have to talk to them about something important, no? Look, they seem eager to talk to you.
Where are you taking her dresses?
They are going to get retailed. How to say it? Freshened up. In Italy, we have prime access for this, and it is really a good deal for everyone, especially Tina.
But not all of them need retailoring. Some of them fit me perfectly.
Hey, sweetie, this is business, okay? My experts won't be happy if we don't show them respect, if we don't show them we have confidence in their ideas. Modernization. It's called modernization. Excuse me?
It's modernization. It's good for me.
You'll never see those dresses again, Tina.
How dare you say that? What do you know about anything anyway? You backward conniving snake! You wouldn't know modernization if it bit you on the ass.
I understand your frustration. We all make stupid decisions sometimes.
Joining Francesco and his partners was not a stupid decision. It is the way forward. It is the way out of this swamp where the likes of you and Maxim spin the wheel.
That is your biggest problem, Tina. It doesn't matter who is spinning the wheel. You will always end up being spun.
You bitter bitch! You are just a sore loser because you couldn't keep your entourage together, and now you are light years behind me and the progressive sisters.
Progressive? What? You and Nesha? And let me teach
What
you.
is this shouting all about? Miss Tina, I need not remind you that you are a representative of the company. You must be a beacon to your sisters and not an aversion.
Yes, you're quite right. A beacon. I reacted impulsively. I apologize.
Be sure not to let it happen again. And you? What are you doing here? I will call for you. I will clap for you.
What?
I will clap when I need you.
But my savings book. You have my savings book.
Yes, yes, of course I have your savings book. I need to let my accountants go over it, publish their qualifying opinion. It's standard procedure.
Right, yes. Standard procedure. Of course.
I will clap for you then.
She will come back when she is summoned.
Okay, Tina, carissima, the little sofa. It's nice, it needs to go.
But why not? Why not let the little sofa stay where it is?
I thought we have just come to an agreement regarding your role in the company.
Yes, of course. She apologizes. She will help Francesco with the sofa.
Atta girl. You need gloves?
She can do without.
Good. Good.
Well, Miss Lana, I do wish that we could have met under different circumstances. I do know that your mind is made up, but the door of the company is always open for capable personnel.
Thank you, Jürgen. Whether we want it or not, we'll surely stay in contact.
Of course. Now, if you will excuse me, I have some important planning that I must attend to.
What about Sister Rema? You say that the company may use additional personnel.
Yes, quite. Well, as I said, I have some really important planning that I must do. Miss Lana?
Rema, listen.
Lana, there you are.
I'll put the down ready for work.
Good.
So, have you maybe decided on a team that you will want me to manage?
The team. Yes, I'm still working on it. Things like that don't happen overnight, you know.
No, of course not. I didn't mean to sound impatient.
You must not be impatient. Things will fall into their place, and you will have what you were promised.
I understand. And, meanwhile?
Meanwhile, I will keep you here in this region. I need you to act as a beacon for your sisters and your neighbors. I need you to show them the way forward.
A beacon, you say?
Yes, that's the word. A beacon. An example.
Will you two be needing some of our stuff?
Sharks don't eat sardines. For now, I will be only taking Rada with me. There are parts of her that appeal to me.
And Rema? Parts of her appealing?
I need you to stay here and report to me regarding the developments in this region. Lana, you're the only one I can trust.
Be a beacon.
Beacon. Yes. Rada, let's go.
Has he clapped for her yet? She thought she heard a clap.
No. No clapping. Not much left to clap for, is there?
Well, that was quick. What? What was?
This modernization.
Rema, I'm sorry, but there is too much to do to indulge in your shallow protestation.
Shallow? Look what we are left with. Look what we came to. An aimless mess of voiceless, cynical beggars.
I deserve better than you.
I deserve better than you.
I deserve better than you.
And you? What about you? Are you also too good for this? Do you deserve better? Leave! Go away! You deserve better. And remember, this is just a piece of theater. This is not your reality. This is not your reality. Ja sam Gloria i ovo nije kazalište.
Ja sam Carmen i trgali su plakate od ove predstave zbog toga što je na njima crvena zvijezda.
Ja sam Marina i u ovoj zgradi nema WC-a.
Ja sam Petra i nemam dovoljno novaca za fakultet koji želim upisati.
Ja sam Lucija i svoju budućnost ne vidim u ovoj zemlji.
Ja sam Leo i apsolutno ne vjerujem političarima.
Ja sam Nikola i spremam boce za jednog starca koji inače kopa po smeću.
Ja sam Enea i svjestan sam da je u Hrvatskoj važnije poznavati prave ljude nego imati dobro znanje.
Ja sam Rebeka i škola nas nauči razmišljati nego trpiti.
Ja sam Karlo i moj uvijek je nezaposlen već 5 godina.
Ja sam Rina i smatram kako stvari koje učimo u školi nisu korisne.
Ja sam Dorijan i ne znam ako ću se ikada zaposliti u Hrvatskoj.
Ja sam Gala i u ovoj tvornici nitko nije radio već 20 godina.
Ja sam Ida i ovo nije kazalište.
Baoroma